Hello everybody, how good of you to join, welcome back, and right timing that is, as well as we have a nice little festival in Grimmen. At the moment, people parading through my glorious town through the dirt roads that we have. And yeah, that brings me to one of the core aspects of what I can do now is the paving of the roads. We have almost 1,000 bricks in our storage, and I think this is a good timing of just beautifying the town a bit. Some of you have been suggesting that. I mean, beautifying a town is rather difficult when you are at war all the time. But I think for now we can afford that for just a tiny bit to focus on other stuff as well, since our fleets are pretty big. Fleet-wise, we have a problem though. We cannot advance that much more. We have 0 influence. So the only way of getting more of that precious influence back is by advancing to investors. Without that, we will lose touch, and Miss Hunt and especially also the Admiral now is gaining strength more and more. So the peace is treacherous, I should say, because at the moment they are still also working on their influence to build up the next level of ships, and that's the battleships and stuff like that. But enough with the paving of the streets. That is something that I'm doing usually outside of recording. For now, we might also have, well, a couple of... Oh, they're going to the theater, that's fine. Alright, they're going to the theater there to celebrate the festival. For now, what I can still do is I would still like to add some of those ornaments. So flower beds close to a theater makes sense to me. And then perhaps some additional trees on the corners, or at the corners over there. And there's still the old entrances there that we certainly don't need anymore, and more flowers then in between here to make this a bit more beautiful. They're getting out of the theater again. Must have been a very short session in there, but I don't care about that. What we care about is expansion. Now, expansion wise, we have a couple of options. First of all, for happiness, my engineers are pretty much, you know, set up. There's no thing we need to do there anymore. The pocket watchers would be another nice boost to our 11,000 income right now, but it's optional at this point. What is not optional though is the 3 goods that we still need. The coffee is the first one, and the glasses. Now the glasses, they will be a problem though. For the glasses, we do need some rare materials, and that is the zinc and the copper. Now we don't have a whole lot of that. In Nivarias, we do have 2 copper. That is okay. Oh, and they also need a lot of resources, and we do need the zinc and the copper for the brass, not only for the spectacles, but also, and that's a problem, for the steam motors. And the steam motors, that's what we require. That's what we need to have soon now for the oil tankers and stuff like that. I cannot go with anything else other than those 2. Anyway, it's all I can do for now. So we need to push those 2 copper. 3 copper in total is, I think, what we have. Yes, and only 1 zinc, and that is what we have in total. Not much more. That's why it's so important. And I thought there was something burning down right now somewhere. That's why it's so important to get the Docklands properly up and running. Didn't I just see it? There it is. Actually, yes, once again, we're totally destroyed in drink water. Now, for the Docklands, we have now, by the way, also leveled up to the first one, to the first level. So soap and sausages is a bit more worth now, right? I'm currently importing a bit of coal as well to ramp up my steel production, which is just way too low still, and we need so much more steel in the future for all this stuff. That is one thing, and the other 2 unfortunately require more trade contracts, up to 12. Insane. So let's work on that for now. There's so much work to be done, but I have to focus on something with more export offices. I would like to have them right here, because the export offices, and that's the cool thing, they don't require space beside it, right? Like the storages, they do need to have a free area in front of them. The export offices don't. So like those 2 export offices, 2 export offices, and then we might have like this one here, a storage for this one to keep it a bit symmetrical. Right, and then I would need to get rid of the shipyard now. So that's unfortunately the only thing that I can do here. And resource wise, it's really not a big deal, so let's get rid of it. Shipyard, and I can still build the shipyard over there. We have plenty of space beside the... Oh, Oh, there's the cannons. Yeah, over there. So just basically beside the other harbor, and also getting electrified so we can speed up the whole production of new ships. Then we have a bit more space again, and we might be continuing now with the storage. I have, wait a second, what I have here. That's another harbor master office. That's perfect, because the harbor master office, I can't build it now, but it makes a perfect ending here for the Docklands, right? And then we can continue there. I also am required with a quest building wharfs, loading wharfs. Captain Bice urges you to speed up the loading process. This is, yeah, as I said, speeding up the loading process of ships at this harbor area. And we might be having, of these loading wharfs, a few of them. So out here or here. So that we can, you know, increase the size of the Docklands, going more into that area. Now, another cool thing is we could also add a couple of these blocks together and make a smaller block out of it. That's looking pretty cool. I think this is actually my harbor master, right? Yep, we have the harbor master here. Even building it in blueprint mode causes the modules to go down, right? So even if I build one of them in the blueprint mode, I can't, well, build more of them at the same time. I might just do the same thing then here. Oh, free harbor area needed. So that's really the end of it. Let's build the harbor master and the depot. There we have it. Looking fine and all, as this one is getting bigger. I love modular buildings where we can add something over time. And the loading wharf would be the other building that we need in this area for the quest. And I think, yeah, we might be doing that now as well, so that we have them either out there. Once again, we continue like this perhaps. How is it looking? Well, we might also be having the loading here somewhere, or over there, and thus break the symmetry of what we would have there. I guess there it's fine, because here I really would like to have a harbor master office as well. The harbor master office, one here and then one in this area, and this adds more items that I can then place to bonus for bonuses. So let's have those two there. That's fine, and we have finished the next quest. I think unfortunately we don't get any rewards out of it. But well, what can you do about it, really? One thing that I would still like to check is for the piers. So we can have those piers for extra docking space. How can we integrate them best into this area? Because they really don't look like the rest. I don't like those piers too much, as they don't look so harmonious to me like the rest. We could add one out here then and connect it probably with a road that might be going out there. So there we have a road, for example, a smaller one going from these buildings there to the pier then. But yeah, there are dozens of possibilities when it comes to the harbor master. And the same here. We could probably, I don't think they need to be connected at all. So yep, we could then also continue here with some more of these buildings then, if we want to. And the loading wharf. Oh yeah, we could even have two here, right? And they will speed up then the loading times. I might be doing something like that. And the repair crane we need to move then as well. But that's fine for now. Resource-wise, it's fine. We need to continue upgrading. There is no way around that. I need more inhabitants. There are still a couple of workers. Workers we can still upgrade. Right, we have plenty of them. Those I will keep for now. And I think there's some ornaments there. And then more workers to artisans in these areas, and definitely down there. It's a long way to the next level though. So with the harbor master offices, with the export offices, we have unlocked 2 more trade contracts, and I would actually, actually like to use the rum this time. The rum, that was something that we had on shortage for quite some time, but it is completely stuffed. And let's get the rum and just have a look what we can do with that. Fur coats might be coming to mind, but fur coats is not that important. It's only, you look at that, we would need to export a lot of that rum to get a bit of fur coats out of it. That's just not worth it, I think. I might be doing something with ore. Unfortunately, no important ore is unlocked yet. And we might still go for something else, and that is the cotton fabric. But I think... there it is. We need 20 export and import contracts. So the Docklands, yep, they're not cheating as some have suggested. They're hard work, and they're a lot of work and a lot of stuff we need to do here in order to unlock higher tiers of goods. For now, a bit of RAM for a few fur coats, it's a lot of RAM that we would have to waste this way. If we do it like that, 76 we would get out of it. If I really want to go towards the glasses, then this is the only way. Import sausages is a no-go, so beer is probably not going to happen for quite some time. The main problem, or the main thing that I want to reach though, is the steel and those 2 ores here, right? So those are the ones that we need the most, and that's 12 contracts. And unlocking contracts, well, we need to trade a lot. Let's also go with one of the lower tiers here. So fish is something, this is not really worth it at all, right? Fish, it's one of the cheapest goods at all. But it's volume that we can trade with that. Huge amounts of volumes because we have so much of it. Once again, it adds up, of course. Let's trade a bunch of fish. 500 for a bit of fur coat. Even though this is horrible, it still will level up the fish. And the fish, the higher it goes, the more offices we can build and the faster we can reach the next ores. So that's my strategy here. For the fish, of course, since we trade so much, we should then have quite a lot of fisheries active as well. So I need to work on the fisheries there as well. Lucky they are really, really cheap to build and also to produce. So I'm not expecting a problem there. Now that's with the Harbor Master office. That is coming along, but it's still a huge project. Next up is now, finally, the next good that we want, and that is the coffee. Now let's get back to the New World real quick. In Aguada, we have now, yep, bunch of obreros, bunch of farmers. The possibility of finally going with more coffee, or with the first coffee actually. Coffee we have here as well, the coffee fertility. So let's get cracking with our first coffee plantations. And we probably will have to need quite a few of them here. And boom, that we have at 16 coffee plantations. I'm not going to build all of them at once. We are starting small somewhere down here with the warehouse. And the warehouse will have then some coffee roasters as well. That means we can have up to 8 coffee roasters that I can pile up in this area. And of course, for the coffee roasters, we will also need the... Oh, I see. Look at that. The Admiral has lost the island. So the love affair between Miss Hunt and the Admiral is over. She has divorced him and, yep, suck up one of his islands. That's what she's doing. She's got some battleships there now too. Thing is, the battleships are not that strong without the military mod. And we don't have it installed in this playthrough, so I'm not expecting too much difficulty there. Still, she is advancing once again towards our border, and she is starting to crush the Admiral there, I think, at least. Or she just surprised him with that, and he will retaliate. I'm still, though, completely stuck up with my coffee production, so there we still need to continue. And I said we would need 8 of them, and I wasn't lying. So we do need 8 of them. This is space-wise looking horrible though. I will need to upgrade the warehouse there. There's no way around it. We might be getting rid of this road there. Yep, then I can squeeze in another warehouse and the road to that gold mine, because we still need that gold up here. We can still achieve that with that route. So there we have more space that I need to keep anyway, because we have some oil reserves there. We have the gold, and then the path to the beach. That still needs to be available at all times. Coffee roasters, 6. We do need 8, as I said. So let's squeeze them in. And thanks to the new harbor roads, we can actually do it this time. It would have not been possible before the Docklands DLC, because we would have then just reached the beach area, and there you can't build something. So there we have the new road helping us a bit. Perfect. I think we should start. We have the workforce for it. Let's build the fire station, and let's build... Yep, let's make 6 of them. 6 of the coffee plantations, and that means 3 of the coffee roasters in this area. And let's also upgrade that warehouse there. That's the first coffee flowing into our glorious city soon. I think What we are facing now though is a whole new problem, and that is the bricks. Now we still have, where's the catcher? Waiting for the cotton. And for the cotton, yeah, it looks good actually. Ah, there's the cotton trader. Alright, I missed the mark, so it's really a bit annoying there. Mosquito is coming back, so we still need to wait for another full turn before I can activate the other one. What we can do though is we can start a new trade route, and this time from Aguada to Grimmen, and we're going to take the coffee for that. There's already a bunch of coffee in here, but I think that's more of a coincidence from conquering this one. Sea Cucumber, isn't that a cool name? Sea Cucumber is going to transport us the first coffee. It's starting in Grimmen, so it's going to take a while before this ship reaches the coffee, and by then we should have more coffee available already. Ah, yes, she is advancing. At least she tried, as we can see, and is getting away there again, hopefully. I'm so glad we built up a mighty defense there, even though I don't have any influence more. We are still safe when it comes to Miss Hunt, at least for now. She will definitely try her attacks. Now what I can see is we do have a bit of fur coats again, though the problem with the fur coats still remains. It's getting up again a bit, but only until we're running out of cotton fabric. So there is really a mistake on my part that I'm forgetting the freaking cotton trading all the time. Let's upgrade though some more artisans to engineers. So this block here and this one, that feels good. That feels so good. Perfect. That's a lot more engineers coming in. How's it looking with the population then? As we can see, it's going down now a bit because no idea why it's going down there for a second. Still, that's fine. Getting more engineers.
Don't waste your effort. We're dead.
Nope. No can do. Oh my goodness, what is going on with that old hag? Did she not get satisfied by the Admiral and she has to take it out on us now? Come on, let's get in there. How weak is that? She is attacking the clippers that are waiting in Drinkwater. And yes, by the way, this opens a problem for us that I can see right away, that we don't have enough piers anymore for our ships. But still, that is a weak move, a totally weak move. Let's send over my ship of the lines there as well, protecting our ships. Take down the frigate there, and yeah, she's fleeing already, as we can see. At least something we should be taking down here. And yeah, my ships are unfortunately totally stuck there by the clippers, but at least this gunboat is going down. Alright, and we saved a few of our clippers there. Now that of course shows the problem we have over there. That is with the landing docks. The cool thing here in Grimmen is that the Docklands are a pier more or less as well. So there can already be 2 ships trading here. But we still need a bit more. We will never reach the next level. What I can do is I could, yeah, let's upgrade a few more. This whole bunch there, this bunch, a few there in the center now. So those buildings are finally now engineers as well. Exactly what we needed. And perhaps a few more on that side. Push me to level 46. We need it. After all, there's a bunch of farmers and workers here still that we should not keep. And let's just get, what do we need anyway? We do need, oh boy, for the pier. I think the pier does require some reinforced concrete, if I'm not completely mistaken. Where's the pier again? There it is. Windows, steel, and bricks. Fortunately for us, we can take all of that in one ship, right? So, and the steel beams. Oh, instead of the reinforced concrete, we actually need the bricks. We don't have bricks in Drinkwater. Shocking. I know, but that's the truth. Alright, ship is on its way. And what we should also be seeing here now is the first coffee. The first coffee is in. Very good. Coffee is thus available to my engineers. This is pushing not a whole lot, to be honest. So I was expecting more out of that. Seems we'll never be able to get to the next level there. That's that though. At least one more good is coming in. And the cotton fabric, I have now assigned a second ship to that. So we should now at all times have some cotton in store for the fur coats that we need as well. And now that both of these factories are working, how many do we produce there? 4, right? So that's pretty much. We have enough here. And they should also be boosted. Oh no, they're not. Because there is no gap here. I will probably have to move this, but it's not tragic. It's not going to limit. As long as we have cotton fabric available, everything's fine in the center there at least. One more thing though, and that is the next goods now, the light bulbs. Now the light bulbs, that is rather easy, right? For the light bulbs we need a lot of coal, a lot of glass, and that's it. Let's just check this one real quick. Glass is out. We do have more sand mines, so now is the time, the perfect timing to build a couple more sand mines. Let's build actually all 4 of them, because they're really, well, dirt cheap anyway in this area. More of them. And the other thing is then for the coal. Now we are importing coal quite a lot. So we should be, we don't have a lot of it, but we have some of it. That's fine. And with that I could go with the filament factory and then the light bulb factory. Once again though, that is space problem. Yeah, there's not much more coal and drink water. And it's a dirty factory. What we can do here is though, I would like to get rid of this charcoal kiln there now. I mean, this is counterproductive because obviously we do need coal, but I will be able to build perhaps another coal mine over there. And we are. So let's build the coal mine. Let's get us a warehouse up there in Discordia. And we do like a bit of, population anyway, but workforce. So I might just want to upgrade a few of them with a few work clothes. We just need a couple of them. They can live without work clothes then. And I really have to misuse my ship of the lines as traders for now, because we are totally out of influence. Yes, I like it. They wage war against each other. And they also try some nasty stuff there with my patrols. And they have to be grouped at all times. Please, for the sake of it. They don't, or they should not get separated there one bit, because then they could take it down. Let's just go with a bunch of work cloth. We have so much of it. We could also establish a trade route to Discordia if possible to, get us the workforce that we need. And it's really just that, right? The fish we can have here anyway. And then that's the coal. I might actually go for a charter route since the money is not that big of a deal now. Yeah, I might do a charter route for this one, for the coal then, to get back home from Discordia. A bit more coal. We are also importing coal with the Docklands. And I think that's it though. I can't do much more coal-wise. I might, since we have the space here, I might just go for charcoal kilns in Discordia. They require, I think, only farmers. No, they require, I think, workers. Yes, workers. So we do need a couple of workers. So I'm getting the work cloth over there, upgrading a few, getting the workers, and then we can have this new production chain up for the coal that we need for the filaments and the light bulbs, ultimately, to satisfy the second last good, and then we're only down to the glasses. Stay tuned.